I'm Debbie Young. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. A bypass lane has been added to plans for a roundabout at US 1 and Old Dixie Highway.
An FDOT official said that will allow drivers traveling south the option of not having to negotiate the circle. The change followed opposition from residents to the plans after they were presented at a community meeting in January. The Flagler County Commission and the Flagler Chamber of Commerce also expressed concerns. Despite the concession, FDOT officials still believe the opposition will fade once drivers become accustomed to using the roundabout and see how well it works. They say a similar roundabout on Grand Avenue in DeLand also produced skeptics that were quieted once it opened. Speaking at a Community Traffic Safety Committee meeting, Chad Lingenfelter, a safety specialist with the Florida Department of Transportation, pointed to the success of roundabouts in Carmel, Indiana. Since the 1990s, he said that community worked to replace all stop signs and signals with roundabouts and now boasts the most in the United States, 100, but says it has reduced injury accidents by 80%. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
Flagler School Superintendent Jim Tager is recommending that Palm Harbor Academy's charter be revoked by August. He points to poor accountability, poor record keeping, and the shifting of some students to a private school within the school. He alleges the school shifted a dozen or so low-performing students to a private school on the same property in an attempt to keep them from taking standardized tests because their low performance on the tests would put the school at risk of getting a failing grade. The school's chief executive denies that motive for the shift. Palm Harbor is led by Jilliard Glover and a 6-member board of directors chaired by Glover. County Commissioner Don O'Brien is a member. If school officials yank Palm Harbor's charter, it means that 3 out of 4 charter schools that operated in Flagler County have failed. The trial of a Bunnell woman accused of killing her husband continues.
Prosecutors say Dorothy Singer fatally shot her husband at their Pine Tree Lane home last year, then buried his body beneath a John boat in their backyard. According to police, Charles William Butch Singer was reported missing in February, and his body was found 2 months later wrapped in camouflage with a box of mothballs nearby, which Singer had used as a way to mask the odor from his body decomposing. A number of pretrial motions were filed last week, including one from Singer's attorney Junior Barrett, seeking to have Circuit Judge Dennis Craig removed out of concerns Singer wouldn't get a fair and impartial trial. The motions were all denied. Although Singer was charged with first-degree murder, prosecutors are not seeking the death penalty. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Rich Petchke.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley spoke Monday evening at the annual ceremony in memory of fallen law enforcement officers in Bunnell. He said that by the grace of God, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office hasn't lost an officer in the line of duty in 14 years. But he said his department feels the pain of each and every loss of a law enforcement officer.
Remembering our fallen heroes and those from around the country. There have been 2 sheriffs and 3 deputies that have died while working for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office.
The annual ceremony would have normally started in the plaza in front of the Flagler County Courthouse with a silent walk, blue candles lit along State Road 100 to the Sheriff's Operations Center. Last year, Staley walked with a riderless horse, symbolizing the fallen, but rainy weather preempted that segment of the ceremony. It was all moved indoors at the Operations Center into a conference room. And now you're up to date. I'm Debbie Young.